Hello, church family. I want to just give you a little bit of update on the COVID reopening in the province of Alberta. I had a chance to have a town hall meeting with the chief medical officer and our premier this last Thursday, and they were able to clarify a number of things that were actually put in their document that they released for religious guidelines for having a service. Some of these things they were able to clear up was the issue we had with them banning communion. It turns out that they're just banning communion by groups that share the same cup, which we've never really actually shared the same cup with communion, and we always have individual things. So communion is still something we can go ahead with. They also clarified the age because they were saying in their document that nobody over the age of 65 can attend a service. Well, they've clarified that by saying now we just need to educate people and tell them that if you're over 65, you're in a higher risk group and you need to be aware of that before you attend the service. So that was a little bit of a change. They also addressed our issue that we had with us having an account of everyone who attended the service and provide that to them. They clarified that this list is just for our reference, that we keep it. As we always take attendance, that's not a big issue. So the purpose of this is if you were to attend a service and then show up and find out later that somebody else was there who had the infection, that would be a way that we could notify you to get tested. So we're okay with that. We were a little bit uncomfortable with just simply submitting a names of people who attend churches because we're not entirely sure where that list goes and who has access to it. So we're glad to hear that that list would be kept in-house for 2 weeks, and then after such time we would destroy the list. So that's more acceptable. The bigger issue that still brings about a conflict for us is they are determining that no singing should be allowed by the congregation during a service. This still kind of bothers me, knowing that almost half of the time that we spend together on a Sunday morning is spent worshiping God through song, and they're limiting that. So we're actually in the process of even determining whether or not it's worth us gathering together. They're still limiting the number of people we can have to 30% of our congregation, which means we could probably have up to 40 people attend a Sunday morning service, which would mean that we would probably have to run 2 or 3 services on a Sunday to have everyone in. Now that does add quite a toll on our leadership over and over again. And the fact that us coming together, we would not be able to sing really does change, because if we stay home, you can still sing in your home. They can't stop you from doing that. So what we are doing at this time is we're sending out a survey, and we would really love everyone who is watching this stream either now or later and have any kind of plan to attend our church in person to please fill out this survey. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear if you'd be willing to attend. We're throwing around different ideas of what we can do. Like if we host an outdoor service, we can have 50 people there. So maybe we do an outdoor service if the weather turns nice. Maybe we can run like a home group in the church sanctuary where we have up to 15 people can gather together, and of course there'd be no singing, but maybe a home group situation. If that's something that would interest you, we want to make that available. If you're at the place where you're saying, yeah, I just want to get together with God's people and I don't want to need to sing to do that, well, we want your input there as well. We're just wanting to get your thoughts on what we should do as a church in regards to reopening. We also, beyond the survey, we're going to have a town hall meeting on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. We moved it a little bit earlier because we know there's a lot of people with young families who are getting their kids ready for bed at 7 o'clock and later. So we moved it to 6. Hopefully that time is more conducive to you. You can go to mykWC.ca and click on the town hall link to get connected with us then. So I ask you, please prayerfully consider this. Please fill out the survey. The link is on mykWC.ca. So fill out the survey and plan to attend our town hall meeting. Once we have this information gathered, we're going to meet as a church leadership and kind of discuss our plans forward from this time. So I wouldn't expect any changes for the rest of this month, but maybe in June we can look at some kind of adjustment. But that's all going to be based on the response from the people we get in the surveys and the town hall meeting. I want to just wrap this up by saying I do believe that the government of Alberta does have everybody's best interest at heart. They are doing this not out of nefarious means, but they are doing this because they do want to protect people. I just believe some of the steps they're taking go a little bit beyond their privy and their ability to choose. So I think we need to stand up and make some decisions of what we would be doing as a church first and foremost. We will be continuing the streaming services probably from indefinitely now. We've got the technology, we've got the ability to do it. So if those who are not comfortable with returning to the service at this time, we will still be streaming that. So you can still be a part of it and it won't change for you. But if you're the type of person who says, hey, I think we should get together, we want to make that happen as well in some sort of limited capacity where everybody is still safe, everybody's still protected, and we can still enjoy one another's fellowship. So thanks for listening to this update. Please know there will be more updates coming as more information comes out. And know that we love you, we care for you, and we want the absolute best for you. God bless.